Fear, a common feeling among all of humans. It can be the reason you're still alive, but it can also be a reason why you are depressed and slowly dying inside. A perfect system made by humans to control humans. Teaching from a young age what's important, what's success, what to strive for. A huge misconception that's only separating you from who you are, cause you are the man of your own life, you are the one designing it, and you are the one believing and creating your environment. Living with fear will separate you from feelings of joy, happiness, purpose, creating a life of your own. Fear will only encourage routine, bad habits. You are just about to fly, but fear is the force keeping you down on the ground. In this video I want to teach you everything I know about fear. My story, from the smallest steps to proven methods to set your mind free. Because in the end, fear is all bullshit.
Just bought a fucking brand. I can't believe this. Throw out that old, outdated brain and let's get strong together, man. Mentally.
This is the updated Jonathan, and this is an example of how beautiful life can be when you have a good relationship with fear.
I went from living on replay the same day in and out to quit what I used to call safety, quitting my school and my studies, buying a van, converting it into a camper and a calisthenics mobile gym, to exposing myself, the guy who was hiding under the table, to exposing myself to an endless internet crowd where I can get all kind of criticism, but now I see it as a challenge to grow as a person and interact with people that's either like-minded or people that are just miserable and negative, but I hope I can help them. If not, that I tried my best, I guess. You remember the no spontaneous procrastination guy? I've been traveling without a plan for a long time, going to places that I never thought I would visit. I went sailing on the Mediterranean. I went working on a farm with amazing people at a really insane community of people living outside of society with totally different ways of thinking. To playing music on the streets to earn money to go on vacation at a great island, or just pulling out electricity from the van and setting up a street concert and 150 people came. And that's just the tip of everything. That's just the top of everything I could think of right now. And there's so much more. It's so hard to explain the last 2 years of my life because so many things have happened since I've been living outside of my comfort zone, confronting my fears, changing the awareness around it, than 5 years back. Because that's easy, man. It was the same day, in and out. I hated it. It took me some time to realize, so I hope you won't waste that much time from your life as I did. I'm making videos to inspire, and showing what's meaningful to me, so you hopefully can find what's meaningful to you and teach you how to go for it step by step. But okay, enough about stories. Let's get practical, man. Endless confidence, man. So please take the time, watch the video till the end. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of value getting shared in this video. And let's start by saying thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate you for being here. Let's do it. First of all, I don't want to start a monologue, just me rambling about stuff. I want to start a conversation with you by asking you a question. What is your biggest fear? What is it that makes you scared or afraid? Try to think actively, write them down, either in the comment section so people can get inspired or relate, or just note them to yourself so you are more aware of what is it that I'm actually afraid of, man? Fear of the unknown. How will I pay the rent?
When will I get laid? Will I ever get laid? Yeah, that's a tremendous and big fear we all men have, probably also ladies. I don't know. If you're a human being, you probably know what fear is and what the list of fear is. It's enormous, it's huge, it's endless. And you know what? It's all bullshit, man. It's all fear coming from here. You are basically building fear up from your experiences. So I will explain in examples of my own personal life and stories that you hopefully can relate to and get inspired. And later on, I will share with you proven methods that basically and help you rewire your brain from new. The requirements are simple. You have to want it. It don't happen overnight, but man, my man, muchachas, man, the steps, each step is so enjoyable and you get so much back and you feel so great of becoming a better version. So enjoy the journey, man. Enjoy it. You will feel alive. I am so happy sharing this with you just by thinking that one person will benefit just by changing one thing in his life. I'm pumped. Let's do it. So let me explain. Okay, me, Jonathan, I have based myself in my own fears and living by them my whole life. And it's made me who I am today. I'm proud of myself, I'm confident, self-aware, and I'm not telling this to brag. Please don't take this as bragging, but take it as an example of a human being that realized that something was in the way of reaching his full potential that he felt he had. And all that is coming from a person that was afraid of socializing, speaking to girls, being spontaneous. I mean, I would literally hide from people visiting. I would change location. I have hide it under a table, man. Yeah, I've hide myself just to don't interact with human beings. That's where I was. I remember my stomach would cramp. It was awful. I hated it. Trying new things, being spontaneous. I was the champion of dreaming, man, and not acting. Like procrastination. Best friends. Procrastination here on this side. Not anymore. We got rid of him. That was the old, outdated Jonathan, and I don't miss him at all.
After becoming aware of your fears, you are already halfway there. I call this technique microdosing fear, and I want to use this climbing route as an example of how it works. In this case, your fear is the whole mountain. By microdosing fear, you're scaling fear down into many small steps of accessible and manageable fears. Doing that in a way where you forget about how big the fear was in the beginning by only focusing on the one step that will make you closer to the mountain. If you're afraid of talking to girls, start by just asking the time. Being in the zone of feeling uncomfortable but still in a manageable way, doing that in a repetitive process, you only become stronger and better at feeling it until you don't feel it anymore. So fear can guide you to become better. Remember, you can only become better at what you do and what you're practicing, either mentally or physically. If you're only practicing at sitting home and jerking off, you'll become a master of jerking off, man. But that won't help you. So try and think of your fear as the mountain and try to see the first step of getting closer to that mountain in a manageable way.
It's about being good at sucking. Not sucking this, but being good at not being good at things. So by becoming a good beginner, a good practitioner, and taking on new challenges all the time, that state of being a beginner is the hard part. When you're doing something for a long time, everything gets easy. And then it's not hard anymore. And you basically kind of, feel the security and just stay there because it's easy to look good, but it's hard to be a beginner at something.
But by training your mind to be a good beginner and practicing something from scratch and be humble and patient, it's the key to master and be good at anything. To never settle with any progress and always strive to be better and try new things.
Work on your relationship. Let me get this by an example. If your friends are 5 junkies, you'll probably get into drugs too. If all your friends are millionaires, you will make money in your life. The point is to choose the right people, of knowing who you want to be. By knowing who you want to be, you choose.
You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So know your purpose, know what you want to do, know what you want to create for your life, and choose wisely. Get rid of all the toxic people holding you back and wasting your time and energy.
Embrace curiosity. Like the video you're watching right now, of course, I've done my research, I've experienced a lot, and that's what I'm sharing. But it doesn't mean that everything works for you. So I hope this is the start of a beginning of being curious about, hey, how can I better myself and actually get rid of some stuff that right now is getting away of me becoming a better version of my life. So don't take anything for granted, be curious. And man, the internet, it has all the answers. Like almost everything I know or what I started to explore started from being on the web. There's so much more than Instagram, YouTube, and Pornhub. Come on, man, you can do better than that. I've been there. Now I'm not as much. But you can subscribe to this channel if you want. Hit the subscribe button, the notifications bell so you don't miss out. Leave a thumbs up. It really helps the video to get out there and hopefully people can benefit from it. Now, we covered a lot and there's a lot to take in, a lot of research you can do on your own. You can start by, we literally have a community, so by asking things down in the comment section, please everybody jump in and share your knowledge. Everybody has a life, everybody has experiences, and I know that everybody can inspire each other. This video right here is just a seed. Boop. That's gonna start a chain reaction, hopefully, so we can live to full potential, man. So we can design our life because it's possible.
In this whole process of change, you will feel overwhelmed, stressed many times. And that's where your toolbox comes in. That's proven methods and habits that you know helps you give yourself headspace.
It's when you grab your toolbox. Ka-ching! The toolbox is basically habits that you have get to know that works when you're feeling stressed, anxious, or just don't feel that you have headspace at all. The toolbox is a personal thing that you have to explore by getting to know yourself and basically exposing yourself to many different things and see what works. And know that like, oh man, my mood changes so much when I talk to my best friend and get rid of all the problems. Or it really helps when I take and write things down. That, for example, helps me a lot to get rid. It's like a brain dump. To get rid of all the thoughts that's just taking space and blurring the image of all the important stuff to set the right priorities. Exercise, my favorite. Dopamine, serotonin, all these chemicals that is produced while you exercise helps tremendously on your self-confidence, self-awareness, and your mood after all. And I'm not promoting gym life and picking up weights. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm all about functionality and just being strong and being in control in your own body weight. From the simplest things of just being able to move better in your daily life, just being more aware of how you walk up the stairs, of how your body is feeling today, to do one-arm handstands and do one-arm chin-ups, handstand push-ups, whatever, planches, okay? Because that's stuff I love, I teach, that's what I do for a living, and that's what I want to share with you guys also through this channel. Not only self-help tips, but exercise is crucial to feel better in your life.
If your body feels better, so does your mind. Exercise and other physical activity produce endorphins, chemicals in the brain that act as natural painkillers. I train clients both online and in person, focusing on body awareness, strength, mobility, and All that with longevity in mind, so I use many non-conventional training methods to keep my trainings interesting, to suit any level or age, using the minimal approach and the minimal equipment needed. So check the description for more info.
Proven methods in this whole process that you can start and do right away when you're feeling lost and confused. First one is meditation. And screw meditation as a title. Like, I don't care to promote meditation. What I care to promote is the actual product you get of meditation. And that is basically you get in a good relationship with your emotions.
Imagine that you are the guy standing on top of this bridge and all your emotions are the car passing by. The whole idea is that you never get in any car and get driven to any destination. You are always observing all the emotions that are coming and passing and disappearing.
Is to realize, okay, I'm stressed. Oh man, dang it. I'm stressed because I have an exam tomorrow at school and I haven't prepared. But instead of getting lost in that feeling, you realize it and you do what's necessary by setting the right priorities. Like, it is as simple as that. And I'm living by a motto that is like, live life with logic and choose the emotion. Does that make sense? Live life by logic and choose the emotion. And it's built upon this example that I just shared with you. And it makes a huge difference.
So guys, my baby had a little accident. I'm pretty cold. I can't say the same for the other car, but I'm super stoked and super happy about how calm I am. Glad that I'm not too tied up to items and too emotional, and try not to hit any cars in the future probably, but I'm still smiling, so taking every problem, every situation that is bad or good as a learning process and try to just move on, look what you did wrong and how you can do it better next time. It makes any situation much more bearable to go through. Oh man, why? My van wanted to flirt with this sexy car. I mean, it is sexy. I understand you, van. I would do the same. She is freaking out. Insanely. But she's not in a position to talk logically. Like, her emotions has taken over totally. And that's what I've talked about other times. Don't let emotion rule your life, because it will make your life much harder, difficult and miserable in any situation. Life happens, man. It's unexpected, but it's beautiful that way. I enjoyed it much more. I feel alive.
Cold exposure. Dude, have you ever taken a cold shower in your life? It reboots your system. It makes your body want to survive, so all the survival instincts get peaked and takes all the focus you had on your problems to surviving the cold. So you're like, oh, this is cold.
A report found that taking quick 30-second hot-cold showers actually decreased the number of sick days taken from work and improved self-perceived quality of life and work productivity in those studies. It's a practical way to become happier, healthier and more powerful without needing any drugs. You can get rid of anxiety, depression and improve an overall quality of life. Cold showers build character and a strong mentality to go after things that matter.
Again, planting seeds, man. I really hope that this helps you and will take you places. Another one that plays a huge part in my life is visiting nature frequently, as frequent as possible. As hippie as it sounds, nature has all the answers. Just by observing how nature works, if you are philosophical enough, you can get all the answers you want. And no, I'm not on drugs. No, I haven't done any drugs. I've only smoked weed in my life. This is real talk. I'm honest with you guys, and I will always be, because that's what matters to me, and I can't be fake to myself because I can't stand myself afterwards. So I'm sharing what I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing. So I hope you can appreciate that. See, nature has a way of disconnecting and connecting you with what's important. How minimal it actually is to live your life and be happy. There is so basic needs like food, shelter, water. And of course, we are social beings, so we need friends. It also shows you how unimportant you are, how small you are, and by realizing how small and unimportant you are, your problems become small and unimportant.
That's it for the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and you found something helpful. Please subscribe, like and share the video. It helps a lot. I will continue reconnecting body and mind in future videos. See you in the next one.